Hi, this is Dave, Fell Running Guide. Welcome to this week's navigation task. We're in the Sunny Peak district for this task. And as usual, what I want you to do is see if you can identify the feature that I've highlighted on the map and can you work out where the photo was taken from. So it's this drainage feature here that we're looking for, and where was I stood when the photo was taken. So the map that we're using this week is the 1 to 50,000 Ordnance Survey map. So we need to find that feature on the map there. Let's have a look at the photo again in more detail. Now I've taken that red box off just so that it doesn't obscure what we're looking for. So let's look at the main features, a bit of an overview. So we're on high ground. It looks like immediately ahead of us the ground drops away. And then we've got this real obvious valley running away from us in the center of the photograph. And then beyond it, on the hillside coming down from high ground on the far side, we've got this other valley coming towards us, and then another one to the left of that as we look. And then again further left, we've got this long straight valley there. Again, you can see it's in shadow, but it looks very steep-sided and long and straight, so that's an obvious feature. And then middle of the photo to the left, we've got this big area of moorland here, brown and fairly flat. And then along here, we've got what you might call a horizon line. So if you're walking along there, if you looked away to the left, the ground would drop away. So it looks like there'd be a valley in just beyond this horizon, running left to right in the photograph. And then this main valley comes up towards us and comes up into here and also into here, and we've got this little sticking out ridge here that's quite prominent with the drainage coming down from the right in towards that, and then our feature on this side of it coming in there. So can we make any sense of that on the map? So we know we need to be on high ground looking along a valley with two valleys almost straight opposite on the other side, coming from the hill on the other side. So we've got high ground here on this side, and then high ground over here to the east. We've got a long valley here, Lynch Clough. We've got two valleys here, and then on this side we've got Cranberry Clough, Bull Clough, Howden Clough. So could we be on this high ground here looking down Lynch Clough? Well, on the hillside opposite there aren't any valleys coming down, so we couldn't be looking down that. Could we be looking down from Ronxley Moor down one of these valleys? Well, there's two valleys here, so we're only looking down one of them, and on the hillside opposite there's only one, and we're looking for two. So maybe we're on this side looking east to west. Could we be looking down Cranberry Clough and then one valley, two valleys, and then another long straight valley with steep sides being Lynch Clough? That might make more sense. So if that was Cranberry Clough, first valley coming down, then the second, and then Lynch Clough. Yeah, that fits. What about this big, reasonably flat area of moorland here? Where's that? Well, that can be this upper hay here, and then that horizon that we were looking at would be this break of slope here, where to the west it drops down into this main valley here, draining from north to south. So that makes sense. What about looking closer to what we want to find in terms of the feature? Well, if we can identify this little ridge or spur sticking out, we know that the drainage feature is just back towards us from that. So let's have a look. Well, that's Cranberry Clough. We come up the clough, and then as the stream bends to the left, we've got this little ridge sticking out here. And look at how these contours have got this U shape in them, this re-entrant shape, indicating that there may well be some water coming down in here as well. So a very distinctive change of shape of the valley there around that little ridge. So that would be coming around there, and then that drainage feature is that coming up. Well, it's actually draining from left to right as we look. So there, the re-entrant comes all the way around and up as far as here. So that would be that. So what about where the photo was taken from? Well, if we have a look, if we go from our photo location to this far valley there, we'd actually cut across the top of this ridge sticking out, and we know we've got to be on high ground. So if that's the far valley, coming across this ridge at the head of Cranberry Clough, so it's got to put us somewhere on here, and we know we're on high ground looking down onto this flatter area below. So that is our answer. The photo was taken from there, looking across top of Cranberry Clough and up that valley there, and then the stream that we're looking for is not actually shown as a stream on the 1 to 50,000 map, it's just shown as that re-entrant draining down there. So I hope you got that right, or learnt from it, or found it interesting. Thanks for watching, and as ever, look out for next week's navigation task. Bye for now.